Good morning, YouTube users. You may be wondering what's been happening to Coffee with Scott Adams lately, and why has the sound been bad, and am I going to come back? So this is just to tell you about that. It's not going to be the show. I'm just going to give you an update. So I've been trying to use my Apple Mac laptop to multi-stream to different platforms. So I was using StreamYard software to go through my laptop to YouTube and Rumble and the X platform. And it worked great for a little while. But all of the third-party software solutions I've seen where you go to multiple platforms, typically, and I've been trying it for 5 years, I guess, I've tried every combination of sound and product, etc. And the only thing that works is one device on one platform. And when I say it's the only thing that works, it's the only thing that works consistently. And you'd never know what the problem is until you go live. God damn it. Got robotic machines coming on their own. So tomorrow I'm going to go back to my old technique. So I'll have a dedicated iPad, which is what I'm using right now, for YouTube. So the sound will be good because there'll be one microphone plugged into one iPad. And if you don't like that, you can watch the live streams on the Locals channel. Normally it's only for subscribers, but I leave the morning live streams I leave open when I'm doing the show. So if you wanted to see that, you could go to scottadams.locals.com, and even without being a subscriber, you could watch most of the morning show. Sometimes I'll turn it off at the end to give the local subscribers a little extra. But you would see everything you would see on YouTube. All right, so sorry about the technical problems. That's all on me. As soon as I reached a certain level of complexity, trying to do multiple platforms, it was a new technical problem every day. Probably because the software is always morphing and something needs to be updated all the time. You think your laptop mic was on at the same time? Well, it wasn't selected. So, and you'd also have to wonder why it worked several times and then stopped working. So the one thing I can rule out is user error, because I did it the same way each time. It just stops working. And that's been my experience for over 5 years. At one point, I built all different equipment. I had special cameras and audio equipment going through devices. It never worked twice. It always worked once, but it never worked consistently, no matter what I did. And by the way, I know some of you are going to say, but, what about this other podcaster who's making it work? No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're having problems too. The reason you think it's easier than it is you're used to watching recorded content. If I did this recorded, I would know if it worked or not before I posted it. So there would never be a bad recorded content because I wouldn't post it. But the live streams are a completely different animal, different technology, and all kinds of problems. But someday when it's possible to go to Rumble. Now, when I can live stream to Rumble without error, it's possible I'll only live stream there and on Locals. It's possible. But Rumble is doing some technical upgrades that might make that easier to do than it is now. So I'll wait for that. All right? That's all for now. I just wanted to give you this quick update about what's going on. I'll be back with a working iPad solution tomorrow. Bye for now. Okay, I'm sorry, I can't leave because I saw that comment. Hiring an engineer will never work. All right? I know it seems like the obvious thing to do. Do you know why it would never work? Because it's adding complexity. It's adding another complexity. It would ruin the content. I'd be dealing with the engineer instead of preparing for the show. Here's what it would be like. Me preparing for the show with content that you want to hear, and then the engineer says, Just have to tell you this thing isn't working. You need to test this now. Now? No, now is when I'm doing the show. I can't take my mind over there. Yeah, but you have to because it's not working. So the engineer would just be the person who made the show shitty. And it still wouldn't work because the engineer isn't magic. It's the technology itself. It's not because I don't know how to use it. That isn't the problem. It really isn't. Because I do know how to use it, and I make it work in every scenario. With every technology, I do make it work. And then it stops working. That's the problem. The engineer wouldn't have a different situation. If I hire an engineer, it will also work for them, just like for me, and then it will stop mysteriously in the live stream. And then I have to talk to the engineer instead of you. So it seems like common sense to hire an engineer, but that would work for recorded content. But if you do it for live content, never going to work. How do I know that? Because I've worked with a lot of engineers, and I've watched it. I've watched how much trouble they have on even the recorded content. So a number of times I did recorded content when I'm doing my book promotion. You should see how many problems the engineer has to get even recorded content working. It takes several tries. And they use the same technology every time, and it still takes several tries to get it to work. That's just the state of the technology. All right, that's all for now. Talk to you later.